Good morning and welcome to Outdoors with John. Today we just drove down from Connecticut and we are here in Chester Gap, maybe a little bit south of Front Royale. We're going to be hiking in Shenandoah National Park. All right, we'll be starting our hike today at Compton Gap Road. We'll be hiking this for about a half a mile before we get to the Appalachian Trail. Then we'll take a left on the Appalachian Trail and work our way up to Compton Peak. Today I drove down from Connecticut here to Shenandoah National Park. Drove through the night, went to bed early, got some sleep, and then hit the road around 1 o'clock this morning. Well, we're about 8/10 of a mile into the hike and we just passed the junction of the Appalachian Trail. We came up this road here on our right. This is Appalachian Trail North, and we are now, the Appalachian Trail joins this old road called Compton Gap Road. So this is my third time hiking in Shenandoah National Park, and first time in the winter. Right now it's a little bit cold. I think it's in the mid-20s. It's supposed to warm up to the mid-30s, which is good. I think overnight temps should be at around freezing.
This trip was taken from the Shenandoah National Park Backcountry Camping Guide. The hike was listed as experienced camping with moderate and strenuous hikes. You will find it listed as the Compton Gap, Bluff, and Mount Marshall trip. If you're planning a backpacking trip to Shenandoah National Park, check out their website. They have a great section on backcountry camping that includes over 100 suggested trips for all abilities.
I got a couple of deer in the woods there.
Shenandoah trailblazers are blue for hiking, white for the Appalachian Trail, and yellow for open to horses.
We're about 2 miles into our hike. It's been pretty flat. The trails are a little bit dusty with snow, some ice underneath that. You gotta watch your footing. We came from the trail on the right here. There's another spur off here that goes to Dickey Ridge. We're going to continue into the sun on the Appalachian Trail. We are in the northern section of Shenandoah National Park. Maybe the first mile or two of the Appalachian Trail within Shenandoah National Park. We are on the east side of the Skyline Drive. In about half a mile we'll come to Indian Run Trail. I think another half a mile or so after that we'll hit Skyline Drive. There's a bit of a storm come through the northeast here around Christmas time. Right now Skyline Drive is closed except for the first 5 miles from Front Royale to Dickey Ridge Visitor Center. Over the last few days I had to change my plans. I had other plans to hike a little further south and maybe higher in elevation. The problem was the Skyline Drive is closed.
Markers like this one are located at trail intersections. The metal bands are stamped with direction and mileage information.
We're at the trailhead here at Compton Gap. We came up from this direction and we are now here. We are going to be heading up to Compton Peak, West Compton, East Compton. We're going to be checking out the column or jointing geological feature. We've reached Compton Gap at 2,415 feet. As you can see here on the Skyline Drive, which we're crossing now, is closed. We're on the AT and there's an intersection here for Compton Peak, a trail that takes us over here to the summit, and on this side takes us to go see that geological feature.
This unique rock is called greenstone. It was formed around 570 million years ago by lava flows of molten rock deep from within the earth. The The six-sided columnar pattern was created when the lava cooled, forming polygonal cracks similar to those found in drying mud. Greenstone gets its color from changes in the original basalt rock, which metamorphosed from black to green with the addition of new minerals like chlorite and epidite that grew within the old basalt.
We're looking straight ahead at Dickey Hill, and in the foreground is the Skyline Drive as we pan east. That's gonna do it for the vista here at Compton Peak. Nice shot there. We got Dickey Hill in the background, and now we're gonna head back down the other side of Compton Peak and head back to the Skyline Drive.
We are treated to great views as we descend 1.25 miles from Compton Peak to Jenkins Gap.
We've reached Jenkins Gap here, and we are going to walk a 1/10 of a mile to Skyline Drive. We're going to walk I forget how long, but a short distance on Skyline Drive before we head on east of Skyline Drive. We're out in the middle of the Skyline Drive. As you can see, there's no cars here today. We're at Jenkins Gap here, and we can see down into the valley over there. We're going to be getting off here and staying on this side of the Skyline Drive. And in a mile or two, we should be looking for a campsite. So hopefully we get there before dark. I think we might be able to do that. I'm functioning on 3.5 hours of sleep, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to get to bed early tonight. So we'll see how it goes. We haven't really gone that far. Jenkins Gap is just around the corner there. We've come to Mount Marshall, which is an old road. We're going to get off the Skyline Drive here and head back into the woods now.
Mount Marshall Road is a gently sloping old road that follows the eastern contours of North Mount Marshall.
Just check the temperature. It's 33 degrees, probably starting to fall temperature wise, so I suspect we'll be below freezing tonight. So this is my first time backcountry camping in a national park. I pulled the permit. That was easy. You can do it online. You fill out where you're going to be parking, where you're going to be camping, some alternate dates, and then you're off and doing it. No money involved. There's a little waterfall here. See what it looks like for crossing here. It looks like I'll have no problem getting to camp before dark because I'm really just looking for a good spot right now. It's not going to be an established campsite. It's a backcountry campsite. So I'll see if I can find something that somebody else used. And then I'll look for a place to hang my bear bag, get that straight, then put down the tent. This part of the hike has actually been pretty cool. I know it's an old road. I don't know if it was a logging road or just a road to get somewheres, but it's really cool. It's not like you would think boring to walk on. It's not a dirt road or country road that's wide for cars. It's an old abandoned road, and it's pretty cool. And I know there are a lot of trails down here that are like this. If you look across the valley here, we have a Roaring Brook branch. I don't know the name of it. But you can see the road that we're on just kind of comes in, goes in here, crosses the river, and takes a sharp left and goes back up the hill over there. So let's see what kind of crossing we got here. This could be interesting.
As I carefully cross Spruce Pine Branch, I am thinking about tonight's overnight temperature and how it's expected to fall below freezing. I have kept my feet dry all day, and it's imperative that I continue to do so. Sometimes it looks easier than it actually is.
Water on the trail, but we got some flat spots over here. Check it out. I think we might be able to find a place over here someplace to set up a tent. Looks like another established spot, but again, it's not very far off the trail. This is definitely a little better than the last one.
I hesitated to share how much I struggled with my bear bag. However, I think it highlights how important it is to get your bear bag hung before dark, as it may take you longer than you think. This wraps up part one of a two-part series on my Shenandoah National Park, Compton Gap, Bluff, and Mount Marshall trip. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.